Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Wanda, and you are tuned into my wonderful life. I am recording from a different setting. This is my bathroom, and I'm recording from my bathroom because while I was getting dressed, I thought, oh, this would probably be a good topic to discuss with you guys. I am in my bathroom just getting myself together, trying to get my life together because I am having the dreaded colonoscopy today. And I say dreaded because I'll tell you about the process, but it's one of those things that are very necessary. It's like from the time you turn, I think, 45, you should definitely have a colonoscopy. And I know for some people, like my bestie, I think she had to have hers before then because if you have a family history of it, and her dad passed away due to colon cancer, and so she started getting her screening earlier. So I'm getting mine done today, and I'm trying to sound really cheerful, but I feel awful. The stuff that they have you taking, it comes in a powder, and oops, sorry, let me show you. Sorry, I'm looking down. But this is the jar, and there's a little bit left in it. And I know you may be thinking, oh, it's a little, go ahead and finish it. This stuff tastes so nasty. It has like a really strong aftertaste. But the worst part is it just makes your stomach feel queasy like the entire time. The day before you go to get your colonoscopy, here's the process. Sorry, here's the process, people. The day before you get your colonoscopy, you cannot, when you wake up that morning, you cannot have any solid foods. Everything has to be a liquid. The only things that I was allowed to eat were you can have any kind of broth, like vegetable broth, chicken broth, beef broth. Then you can have some popsicles and some jello. So that's pretty much all I consumed all day, mainly just the popsicles. Because let me tell you, after drinking this stuff, and you have like a fill line, it comes in a powder. I know I'm all over the place, sorry. It comes in a powder, and you put the powder in this jar, and it's a plastic jar. You put the powder in this jar, and you fill your water to the fill line. And so you can either stir it with a spoon, or you can just, I just did like a little shaker thing, and I just put mine in here, and I kept shaking it until it dissolved. It says on the directions that it takes about 2 to 3 minutes to dissolve if you're shaking it. So that's what I did. And then from there, you have to drink it, and you drink it within 30 minutes. And then after you drink it, then you follow it with a bottle of water. And pretty much after you drink this stuff, the only thing you're going to want is a bottle of water. You don't even think about not having had any food. Not having food is probably the best part because everything else is just, yeah, and don't plan on getting any sleep because the bathroom becomes your best friend. And then the morning of, I wish I hadn't thrown them away. The first packet is probably about this big. And then after that, you get two smaller packets, but you put both of those smaller packets in the jar again with water again and do the same thing. And so that is the process. Then I go in, they give you an anesthesia that will put you to sleep because they put you to sleep while they're doing the colonoscopy. And I'm told that it takes about 30 minutes to do it, 30 to 45 minutes. Thereafter, you're in recovery for 30 minutes, and then you are free to go home. So I will let you guys know how I'm feeling after the colonoscopy, like how I'm still feeling kind of queasy and kind of nauseous and just blah all around. So yeah, so that's it for now. I'm going to continue to get myself together so that I can get out of here and go. and my remote died, so yeah, I'm freestyling everything right now. So I will tune back in with you guys, and I will follow up and let you know the end of the process, like after the colonoscopy. Until then, bye. Hi everyone, this is Wanda, and you are tuned into My Wonderful Life. Thank you guys for coming back. This is just a short follow-up video to what I was talking about earlier about the colonoscopy, and I said I would do a follow-up once it was done. So I had the colonoscopy on yesterday, and I gave you guys all of the prep. You have to do a prep a day before the colonoscopy, and the morning of you also finish the prep, and then you go in. I went in. You have to have someone with you. My daughter went with me, because if you don't have someone, you will not be able to get the colonoscopy done, because you'll be under anesthesia once you're done, and someone will need to drive you home, and also someone will need to sign the discharge. And so my daughter was with me, which was really nice. And what I can say is I was nervous. You're having this procedure and you don't know how things are going to turn out, and so I was a little nervous about it. And we went in from start to finish. Everything was just so good. Everyone there, the whole staff. I live in Houston, and the procedure was done out in Katy, and the whole staff at the surgical center, they were all just so wonderful, such wonderful people, and just very nice, and very comforting, made me feel really comfortable. And so once you sign in, you wait to be called, and I had to leave everything with my daughter, my handbag, my cell phone, any jewelry that I had on it. So I left everything with her, just me. I just went back there, and they put you in a little room and talk to you for a little bit, just to get a little bit more information. And I think it's also to kind of make you feel a little bit more comfortable. And then they give you the gown, that hospital gown that ties in the back. So you get the gown, you get some socks, and some really nice warm socks too. Some socks, a blanket, and then if you want, they'll ask you, do you want a warm blanket? Because most hospitals are really cold, and it was cold in there. So I did ask for the warm blanket. So I had the blanket, and once you get in the bed and all comfortable, and they get you ready for the procedure, then they will bring your loved one back, and that person can sit with you until it's time for your procedure. And so my daughter came back, and so she sat with me. We're laughing, talking. Then they came and got me. They wheeled me into another room where the actual colonoscopy was going to take place. And at this point is when it got a little hectic, because there were like 5 or 6 people in the room, and they're all telling you something different to do, and putting oxygen in your nose, and getting you ready for the anesthesia. And then my doctor was talking to me to let me know what the procedure was going to be like. She said, you're going to get the anesthesia, you're going to go to sleep, you won't remember anything, and then you'll be up. And let me tell you, that is exactly what happened. The anesthesiologist gave me the anesthesia. They had a needle like right here in my on top of my hand, and I got the anesthesia, and I remember I could feel it because it felt cold, and then it burned. It was like just this really burning sensation. And so I remember saying, like, ouch, it's burning. And I don't know if the anesthesiologist said, it'll stop soon, let me adjust it. I don't know what she said, because I remember saying that, and then I was out. And when I woke up, the room was clear. No one was in there. Then I saw my nurse, and she was like, there you are. So I got the feeling that she had been, intermittently checking on me to make sure everything was okay. And then called my daughter back. I was free to get dressed. But you know what? I don't even, it's so weird. I don't even remember. I got dressed, but I don't even remember getting dressed. I don't know if I did it by myself or if my daughter helped me, if the nurse helped me. I don't know. But my daughter drove me home. And oh, I forgot the best part. And so when my daughter came back, she and the nurse both said, oh, the doctor, the doctor said everything went fine. And she said, your colon is perfect. So, of course, that was great news to hear. I didn't have any polyps or anything. And, I was just like, oh, thank you. And I was just really happy with the results. And I'm happy that I had it done, even though I was kind of dreading it just because of the whole prep and the process. But what I can say, it's our body, it's our health. And I would encourage anyone to take care of themselves and get all of the necessary screenings, and especially, like for us women, get all of the necessary screenings and, our annual exams and everything like that that we need to do to ensure that we are okay. And I know at one time the age to do the colonoscopy was 50, but I know that they've dropped it down to 45. And like I mentioned earlier, I know my best friend, I think she even had hers before then because of, there was a family history of colon cancer. And so I will just end by saying thank you guys for listening, and I am happy to share. And as always, before closing, I would say please like my video and subscribe. And until next time, bye.